Hello everyone. Today we're going to continue on with the pointer events. And this time we're instead of using shapes, we're actually going to use sprites. So what I have here is a set of sprites that I pulled from Sprites resource. So different ones I'm going to use for various states instead of colors that we were doing before. So once again, if you're not familiar with Sprites resource, it's a nice little place that has sprite sheets that people have pulled from various different games and stuff. I found this one to be kind of interesting, so I decided to use this. This is something from some game called Chaos Wars. I have no idea about the game, but it looked kind of interesting, so that's what we're going to use for this tutorial. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go with my stub that we've been using all along here. If you have not done it before or used it before, take a look at my base video, and basically this is a simple setup for a application that's 800 by 600. That's a Pixi.Graphics application that's attached to a div in the body called game div. Okay, so let's get started. So first things first, we're going to do is we're going to right after the appending of the app to the stage, we're going to use the loader to actually load our sprites in. So we're going to do app.loader, and we're going to set the base URL. I'll do this because it's less typey, because I have everything in a sprites folder. So if you see here is my sprites folder here, and these are where the graphics I'm going to pull in. Okay, so that's going to go sprites. Okay, and app.loader. And then what I'm going to do is make it a little bit easier to read. I'm going to continue it on down here. So I have this is the name of the state, so or the sprite that's going to be so idle, and this is the path. So it's going to be girl-normal.png. All right. I am typing impaired today. I apologize. And then another one, add. This time I'm going to use the down state. And it's going to be girl-down.png, and I'm going to copy and paste these a couple of times just to kind of you can avoid seeing my miserable typing skills. Over, and this is going to be the over state, and then we're going to do a up outside. All right, and this is up outside. Okay, and then we're going to close that statement off. All right, so then we're going to load, add an event for the loader, app.loader.onComplete. All right, and I'm going to add the event, and we're going to call this event done loading. Okay, and then after all that stuff, don't forget to do the app.loader.load, which will actually trigger the app loader to basically go and do its thing. So we're going to do that. So now once the loader is finished, it's going to call the done loading function. So let's write that down here. We'll leave the game loop alone. We're not going to do anything with it today. So let's see, we're going to basically have our function done loading. And so what are we going to do in this function? Well, once it's done loading all the stuff, we'll at least put one version of the girl on our stage, right? So let's see, let's just go and create the girl variable, and I'm going to create the pointer is down and pointer is over like it is in my previous videos here. Pointer is down, false, and then is over. All right, so we're going to use those. Remember, if you looked at the other videos, we're going to use those to determine if my mouse button is still down and if I'm actually still over the object, or the sprite in this case. All right, so now we're going to set the girl. So girl equals new Pixi.sprite.from. Now typically if you don't use the app loader, you can just specify the path here, but because we're using the app loader, we can specify using the loader.resource. I'm going to use the idle. That's the first one I'm going to use, and I'm going to do texture. All right, so look, so what we're going to do is, with this also, if you're not familiar with it, is we're going to do texture swapping with the events. So we're going to swap the idle texture for the down, over, and outside based upon the events that we're going to basically use. So if we're hovering over the girl, pushing down on the girl with the mouse button, and then letting up, so we'll swap those textures. So okay, we have our sprites. Now I've set the anchor point. anchor.set. I want to set it to 0.5, which would be the middle. All right, and once again, this is a little bit different than with a graphic. Graphic doesn't have those anchor. The anchor point for the graphic is the upper left corner, and we're going to basically use the center point of our sprite for manipulation. Not necessarily important right now because we're not going to do any manipulation with it per se, but it's good practice to do this way. And I'll set the location for the girl. So the x is going to be app.view.width divided by 2. So it'll be the center. Girl.y equals app.view.height divided by 2. All right, so then that will place the location. And once again, we want to do an app.stage.addChild, our girl, and if we save that and just kind of go live with this, we'll see that it did not do anything. So what's going on here? I got an error. All right, let's take a look at the console and see what the error is about. Idle is undefined. All right, okay, there's a 4.4, couldn't find it. Well, let's find out what happened there. Resource. Oh, okay, I figured it out. I made a mistake here. It's app.loader.resources, plural. Okay, don't want to make that mistake. So let's see. And actually, it's a good time to look to point out in the console here that that if you do an app.loader, all right, you'll see that this is the object for it, and then you type resources. See, there's resources, and now you see that these are the resources that are for the that are available. And so what I was doing is I was referencing the wrong thing. So it's resources, not resource. Okay, but if you want to be sure, you can always kind of go in the console and type this out and interrogate the object to find out what it is. Okay, so that's a little simple mistake. So let's go back here. I'll save this, and now I should be able to see my girl character. There she is on the center of my stage. Perfect. Okay, so let's go on and add some interactivity. Now, before we do anything, you have to basically turn interactivity on for the sprite, just like you do for the shape. Girl.interactive equals true. Girl.button mode true. Okay, so just doing that will allow us to basically get our little cursor when we roll over the sprite. There we go. So our hand turns into a hand cursor there. Okay. So now what we have to do is we have to define our pointer events, right? So girl.on. So pointer up, and we're going to do a do pointer up. This is using the same function names as it did in the previous tutorials. So I'm going to just copy and paste this a couple times. We go up, down, up outside, down, over, and out. Right, so that's going to do these. So we go up, outside, up, outside. Then we have our down state. Then we have our over state. And then we have our out. Okay, so there is our functions we defined. Now we have to define them, because if you run them now, it's going to give you an error because those functions don't exist. So they need to exist. Okay, so let's put our stubs in place first. Let's see, so a function, let's see, do pointer up. Okay, and let's just copy this a couple times here. So we have our, let's see, up, up, outside, down, over, out. And I'm going to use the Alt-Shift-F to format everything. So let's see, up, outside, over. Oh, actually, it should be down. Doesn't matter, but all right. Let's see, over and out. Okay. So we have to figure out what happens with all of them. So let's see the upside. All right. What are we going to do? So this is when the mouse pointer is let go, right? So actually, let's do the simple one first. Is down, right? So let's do down first. So I'm going to do. So what happens when you press down? Well, pointer. You want to set the is down equals true, right? Because now my mouse is held down. So we're going to swap the textures now. So we're going to do a girl dot texture equals app dot loader dot resources. All right, I'm going to use the down state and its texture. Okay, so that's all there is to it to basically swap a texture of a sprite. All right, you define the sprite's texture, and I'm pointing to something else. And in this case, it's my preloaded resource for the down state. Okay, let's just take a look at that first and see what happens. So I go here, you see here, now if I click down, there it is. So now, of course, there's no other events wired up, so we'll have to figure that out. So next thing, let's just go with the up first, right? So on up, at the very basics, I'm going to do a pointer is down equals false because we now have let go of the mouse button. And we'll paste a girl dot texture equals app dot loader dot resources, and we're going to turn it back over to the idle version dot texture. Okay, just like that. And so if we go back and take a look at it now, see, all right, that's great. We're swapping the textures. The problem now is we have to account for the fact that if I'm still over it, we're gonna have an over version, right? And also the up outside has to do something because I have my left mouse button clicked here, go out here, let go, I'm stuck. All right, so I have to account for those. So, well, we have the is over, right? So we do the pointer is over. So while it's true, all right, we want to basically revert back to the over state. Else, we're going to basically go back to the idle state. Okay, Alt-Shift F. And in this situation, I'm going to copy this one, put it over here, and it's the over state. All right, I'm actually going to copy this one because we might as well do the over state now as well since we're kind of in here. So when we're over, okay, so the pointer is over the sprite. We always want a pointer is over equals true because now we're over the sprite. All right, and then we want to change our texture of our girl sprite to the over state. So let's go back and take a look at all that now. So when I'm over, she smiles. All right, but now of course I'm not doing the out. I'm not moving out of it, so pointer out is not working. But what's going to happen now is I hold the left mouse button down, and I come out here and let go, and it did not do anything. All right, well, let's see here. Let's go back to look at my code, see what I'm doing wrong here. Pointer is down is false. Pointer is down is true. Oh, actually what it is, I didn't do the up outside, that's why. So actually this one here is if I let go here, it goes back to the normal. So that's what it is. So here is, I'm still over the sprite, so I'm not going back to idle. All right, so it goes back to smiling. So if I reload this actually, so this is the idle state. So I hover over, it's smile, down, and then back over to the smile instead of the idle state. Okay, so that's what that does. Okay, let's do the other ones now. Let's do the pointer out. Okay, so we want to basically determine if the pointer is down. All right, we don't want to do anything. Okay, so if it is not down, so basically my mouse button is not pressed down, then we want to basically revert it back to idle. If it's still held down, I want to maintain that we're still going to be in that smiling state until I let go. All right, so here, I basically, I want to keep it. I don't want this to act unless, my pointer is not down. All right, so let's just go and I think I have it pasted still. All right, yep, do that. And then, of course, when you roll out of it, when it's over equals false, all right, because we've rolled off of it now. And now we're going to turn it back to idle. Oops. Idle. Okay. So then we go back to load here. So now my mouse button is not clicked. And so you go back to the idle state when I leave out. But if my mouse button is down, all right, it was down. It's well, something weird going on here, but okay. So you see, it still stays that way. So that's where now. This is where we go the up outside. All right. Let's finish this off here. So when we're up outside, oops, wrong place. All right, we want to turn back to idle because we let go of the mouse button. All right, and in this case now we want to say pointer is down equals false because we let go of the mouse button, and also is over is false because now we're no longer over the sprite because we are outside, and we let the pointer up outside. So we set those, and that should be all we need. Let's go save that and take a look. So we have our rollover state, our button state, and then we let go state, and then let go outside. Yes, that's what we want. So there we go. So yeah, so this is a nice little example of how to do some texture swapping in conjunction with a sprite and with pointer events. Okay, so I hope you found this useful. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching.